When you're getting started to creating a video, it can be frustrating because there are a lot of things to learn when it comes to the topic you want to make, what gears you need in order to make a video, to film, or even edit a video. Whether you want to become a YouTuber as a side hustle after seeing massive YouTuber earning a ton of money, raising awareness for your brand or business to get more eyeballs, or even selling your products and services by leveraging video marketing.
So in this video, we're going to guide you step by step on how we create our YouTube video with whatever gears that we have in our hands, and then ultimately how to edit your video and then put them all up together to create your first YouTube video and kickstart your YouTube journey.
What's up everybody, welcome to VC, where we talk about real estate, business and mindset. My name is Vincent.
And I'm Chloe. So we've been creating YouTube videos for the past year, and we've gotten a lot of questions on how we make our YouTube videos from our real estate entrepreneurship program and the team. And also how can you leverage your video content marketing on YouTube and other social media platforms, from creating a brand awareness to generate organic leads from online.
Yep, video content marketing has been one of the best ways to grow your audience engagement, develop your brand presence and drive sales for most businesses. Whether you are a working class person that wants to start your side hustle, side business, a freelancer, or a business owner that wants to generate more leads and drive more sales, and even enable you to position your brand and business as an authority in your industry.
So today we are going to share with you our entire YouTube process, from research and planning, filming and editing to uploading your video on YouTube. So let's talk about research first. The first thing before you actually start your YouTube channel is to know what is your niche. Like, what do you want to talk about? What do you want your channel to be? Because if you target everyone, you're basically targeting no one. So you can't have a YouTube channel filled with maybe food, and then you talk about business, and then you talk about doing some journaling. So
you talk about your cat food.
Yeah, it's all over
everywhere.
the place. But when you just started your YouTube channel, we personally think that it's very, very important for you to know your niche, so you can create this type of YouTube videos, be persistent about it. After that, have these target audience to watch your content. Then when you know it's time for you to build a broader audience, then you could leverage the different type of contents for you to make, and then have different types of audience that want to learn different things from you. So of course, when we started doing our YouTube, there are a lot of our friends, our colleagues, who actually ask us, like, how do we get so much of these ideas on different topics to do about real estate, when real estate is just a niche. Yeah, a niche that
it's pretty small.
Yeah, it's pretty small. When you finish talking about it, then there's actually nothing else to talk about. So for us personally, on where we get our ideas, or maybe where we get our research on all of these things, basically the internet is where you can get all of these ideas. You're someone doing a business and you're also doing YouTube, right? And you want to make contents, whether it is for your YouTube or maybe Instagrams or maybe short videos, anything at all. So what questions does your clients always ask you? So basically for us, all of these questions that our clients ask, we can actually make them into YouTube videos. We can make them into a content. So for us, we always say that when there's a question, there's always an opportunity for you to create a content, because not everyone knows your industry well, and stop assuming that everyone knows what is this and what is that. Especially when you want to do a content, don't just find a topic that is a broad topic. Make sure it is niche, and you could take the chance to actually educate everyone out there, using this opportunity to help everyone else.
Yeah, because Google, YouTube is a search engine. It's not social media. People search for it. When you do those kind of videos, that's how you get traction, you get eyeballs for your channel.
Yes.
So most importantly, be niche so you can beat your competition. Of course, there are way more that you thought that, oh, everybody's doing that YouTube, I shouldn't start it right now. We thought that so, but in the end of the day, there are still things that need to be put onto the table. When you have your character that differentiate you and your competitors, that's how people stay.
Now, after you've done your research, of course, there is planning for you to do for your content. So plan whatever you want to talk about to prevent being all over the place. So after you have your topic, usually people would ask, like, what do you want to talk about this topic? Because they have a ready topic, yet they don't know what to talk about. So what we always use in terms of making our contents, we always use the 5 wives and 1 husband, which is the who, what, when, why, where, and also how. so you cannot go wrong, and there are always things for you to write when you look at these 6 words and you brainstorm these ideas. So what makes you special when it comes to doing your own content? Like what Vincent said just now, give out your own opinion, and that's what makes you special. Of course, there are a lot of different content creators that you can watch their content from, and then you can read blogs and etc., or maybe read news even. But at the end of the day, what makes you different is your character and also your own opinion in the things that you are giving out. Yep.
So after your research, after all of your planning, the next thing is you need to film your video. The first thing that you need to start is get out the fear of facing the camera. I believe this is one of the hardest things for many people that wanted to start your YouTube channel. You have the fear of facing the camera. When you start pressing the recording and then you start
stuttering and you don't know what to say. It's very normal, because when we just started, it was the same for us.
Yeah, if you did enough research and planning and then understand what kind of things that you want to talk to, it will massively help you in terms of your presentation, in terms of in front of camera. Literally, you have different kind of way to create your YouTube channel, but if you want to build your personal brand, of course, showing faces, that's the necessity.
Yeah.
So in terms of filming, other than you facing the camera, the first thing that you need is definitely your camera. Start out your YouTube channel, you can use a camera called Canon M50. That's a pretty nice budget-friendly camera that you can pick up with, that comes with a flip-up screen, and also it's have really good quality. In terms of Sony, you have the latest Sony ZV-E10. Your LCD can be flipped so you can look at yourself when you film. We are using the Sony a6500, so it's a pretty old camera, I would say. Actually, you can even use a phone to film, have a decent light, you're off you go. So you can use that camera to start off your journey as a YouTuber or even making video contents on the internet. Right. The next second thing is your background, your set. So this is what we film at. This is this is the latest one. Back then when we started our channel, you can go back to one of the latest one that we filmed a year ago. We were just using a painted grey wall and a very cheap light. That was it. So at the time we were like, might as well just start, even we have 100 greatest idea of the world. Might as well just start it and then learn from it. That's where we come until a whole year of learning, the whole experience. We know where to tweak. If you don't start, you really don't know what is the issue that you can grow, because you grow from a mistake, you don't grow from a success. Am I right? So having a good set, from having a great background into another building cabinet for my house, and now we move out and then we have this kind of set, so you fully utilize it with a whole studio. I think for yourself, you can do it in your bedroom as well, as long as you have some depth, some distance between you and your wall behind, that you can get slightly blurry background and make yourself looking nicer, right? And also another thing that you need to consider is lighting. So a lot of people thought that, oh, when I need to make video, I need to be having really professional lights. To be honest, you don't have to. The sun is free, you can use it in the daytime, and then maybe you can buy it's kind of blinds, but it softens out the lights that you can use it, so it won't be a harsh light on you. That's one of the recommendations that we can give you. And also another thing is buy a cheap light on Shopee or Amazon or wherever you are watching this channel. So literally you can grab around like 500 ringgit to 1000 ringgit. It's a pretty cheap one. Sometimes even like 300 ringgit to 500, you can get it a decent one, right? So after you have a camera, you have a light, and next thing is you need to have a mic. Would you want to watch a video with a good quality and a bad audio, or would you want to watch a video quality that is decent but the audio is okay?
The audio is okay, because I need to listen to whatever the person has to deliver to me. Unless it's just music, then I think it's fine. But if you're someone who is talking, delivering a message or trying to share something, then I think audio is very important.
Yep, definitely. So that's why invest in your audio first, rather than thinking that, oh, I need to upgrade my camera. It really doesn't really matter. So the next thing that you need is a solid tripod. You can actually grab a decent tripod around like 300 to 500 ringgit as well on the internet, and it actually get the job done. As long as the camera is stable, I think you're off you go. So you don't really need to have a really expensive gears to kickstart your channel, making YouTube, making videos. Use what you have, or use what the best for you. Now, after you film all of your video, the next thing that you need to do is edit your video. The first thing that we would recommend you to do is doing some sort of a file organization, just like this. So basically you have a folder and then keep different kind of shots, maybe from a camera, maybe other clips, any animation that you want to put it into your video, put it into a different folder. Even your music, your audio, it will make your life much more easier. So after organizing all of your files, the next thing that you need to do is drop all of your clips into your editing software. And the first thing that you need to do is trim all of your narrative, your main shot, and then cut off all of the mistakes that you have shot, and then make it even shorter than whatever you want to present. You can add on B-rolls that to emphasize, to support whatever you're talking about, and then spice out the video with some titles and maybe some intros that you want to make, or even an outro, and then do some spice on it. We will do our in-depth editing video session next time in this channel. If you want to know more about it, consider subscribing and follow along to our journey. The next thing that you need to do is put on some sort of music, and you can find all sorts of loyalty music on the internet, and we actually use a music license called Epidemic Sound. This is where we find all of our music sources that we don't get copyright strike. So on the music part, do not overpower your music onto your narrative. So make sure that your viewers is able to hear what you are presenting instead of listening to very loud music just like this. Can you hear me right? Can you hear me right? Yep, that was it. The next thing that you need to do is put in some text or maybe subtitles to support, to spice up all of your video, to make sure that your viewers understand what are you talking about. When you're doing all of your editing, you can play around with some sort of like a title effects, or maybe your video effects, your colors, or maybe some transitions, your video effects, and so on and so forth. So actually, most of the editing software nowadays, you can play around with different kind of effects to spice up your video. You can play around that. So after you're finishing all of your edits, you can start rendering and also exporting all of your video into the organized file. So after you have all of your video done, the next thing that you need to do is doing the thumbnail.
Yeah, so we basically edit our thumbnail in an app called Canva, and then some of the times to spice up our thumbnail, we put it into Photoshop, but most of the time we edit our thumbnail just in Canva, because Canva actually provides different elements and also templates for you to use. So when you run out of ideas, you don't know what to do, you can actually use the templates right there, and also the elements right there are actually very full, just in case you want to put some buildings or maybe some cute emojis on your thumbnail, but then you don't want to draw or you don't know how to export it in somewhere, then they have ready-made elements right there and also templates right there for you to use.
Yep, exactly. So after you're creating all of your thumbnail, now you can starting to upload your video onto your YouTube channel. You can start writing your YouTube title and also description. Title is just as important as your thumbnail. It has to be very, very eye-catchy.
So of course, not many people read the description, but when they do, your description is very important. So in your description, you can actually put in the links that you mentioned in your video and write a description about the whatever things that you were talking about in this video, your content in the video, and give them a summary of it before actually watching it. So other than that, in your description, you can actually put your social links to maybe your TikTok, your Facebook, your Gmail, your Instagram, or maybe your email that people can contact you personally to get some inquiries.
Yep. So after you're doing all of the settings, the next thing that you need to do is schedule your post. So we would highly recommend that new starters to commit into 1 video a week instead of 5 videos a week.
Yeah, that would be a lot of pressure for yourself.
Yeah, don't give yourself so much stress when you're starting up. Just understand the algorithm, understand how things work, understand the game, and then play 1 video a week. And then slowly you can gradually up to 2 videos a week, maybe 3 videos a week if you're up to, right? So you can schedule every week that maybe every Tuesday 9 p.m. or maybe every Friday 8 a.m. So just schedule according to your own time and then stick to it. That's the easiest way for you to commit into a small step, make it into a habit, and then you can keep on growing and growing and growing, right?
Yep. So after you posted your video on your YouTube channel, remember to actually share it on your social media platforms so that other people can watch your content. And congratulations for posting your first YouTube video and your journey to becoming a YouTuber, or maybe sharing your brands all over the social media platform. So we hope that you learned something from this video or whatever that we said just now, and also the tips and tricks, because we rarely share on how we make our YouTube videos.
So this is only the first part that we share how we create contents to make your first video on the YouTube channel, and we are going to make more of this to help you to build a brand and business on the YouTube and also on the internet. So if you learned something from this video, do give us a like and consider subscribing, and we will make more videos like this, and we will see you in the next video. Ciao! Now after you posted your first video, now after you posted your first video